Hello friends, I hope you like my videos and it is helpful for you to enhance your knowledge and approach. If you are having any question, you can ask me in the comment. So in this video, we will discuss about the corrective and preventive action that is called CAPA, which is a very important quality management tools used in control the various quality and non-quality events such as deviation, incidents, OS, OC, etc. So friends, my YouTube channel name is Pharma Quality. So please view, like, comment and subscribe my channel to get the knowledge about the pharma quality standards and practices. So now let's understand what is CAPA. So the CAPA is a systematic approach that includes action needed to correct, that is called correction, and action needed to prevent reoccurrence, that is called corrective action, and eliminate the cause of potential non-conforming product and other quality problems, that is called preventive action. So in the next slide we will understand the meaning of each terms, that is correction, corrective action and preventive action. So first let's understand what is correction. So correction means fixing a problem temporarily, right? Correction do not address elimination of causes. So a correction does not guarantee that problem would not be again occur in the future, right? So in other words, you can say correction is a repair, rework or adjustment relating to the disposition of an existing discrepancy. So now we will understand with an example. So for example, suppose a product batch has been manufactured and labeling done on that product. However, during the IPQ inspection, it has been identified that product have incorrect labeling, right? So IPQ person will hold the batch and further relabeling shall be performed and re-verification shall also be done to ensure the proper labeling. So the action taken, that is holding the batch from the distribution, performing the correct labeling of product and re-verifying the correct labeling. So these all are called the correction, right? So next is corrective action. So let's understand what is corrective action. Corrective action are steps that are taken to remove the causes of an existing nonconformity or undesirable situations, right? So in other words, you can say corrective action is a reactive, that means corrective action taken after the problem observed. So let's understand with an example that we discussed in the correction, that is incorrect labeling. So for the incorrect labeling, your investigation, for example, I would say for example, your investigation reveals that incorrect labeling issue occurred due to the some breakdown in the labeling verification processes, right? So the corrective action should be like retraining of the staff on labeling verification process and updating procedure related to additional quality checks of label, etc. So the action taken, that is performing the retraining of staff on labeling verification process and updating the procedures related to additional quality checks of label. So these all are called the corrective actions. So now next is preventive action. So let's understand what is preventive action. So preventive action are steps that are taken to remove the causes of potential nonconformities or potential situations that are undesirable. So in other words, you can say preventive action is a proactive, that means preventive action taken before the problem observed. So let's understand again with the example of incorrect labeling. So to prevent future labeling errors, so we need to take some action as a preventive action. So preventive action may include some automated processes such as implementing a barcode scanning technology and conducting regular audits and establishing a robust verification process. So the action taken, that is implementing a barcode scanning technology, conducting regular audits and establishing a robust verification processes. So these all are called the preventive actions, right? Now I hope you can be able to understand now what is correction and what is corrective action and what is preventive action, right? So now the question is, why CAPA raised, right? So raising a CAPA helps to identify, evaluate, prioritize and manage non-conformities or problems related to products or processes to prevent them from recurring, right? So by having the CAPA process, you can ensure that chances of non-conformity for which you have taken the CAPA action, that will not going to be repeat in the future, right? So it will make your process robust and will save the time, and ultimately it will improve the product release time, right? So these are the some advantages of raising a CAPA. That is why we raise the CAPA. So now in this slide we will discuss what are the regulatory guidelines for CAPA, right? So first one is FDA, that is US Food and Drug Administration. So FDA regulations such as 21 CFR Part 211, that is called Current Good Manufacturing Practices for Finished Pharmaceuticals. Next is 21 CFR Part 820, that is called Quality System Regulation for Medical Devices, right? So second one is the European Medicine Agency, that is Enduralex Volume 4 Good Manufacturing Practices Guidelines, which provides the guidance for pharmaceutical manufacturers in the European Union, and including requirements and expectation regarding the CAPA processes. Next is ICS guideline, that is ICS Q9 and Q10. ICS Q9, that is quality risk management, which provides principle and examples of risk management approaches which are relevant for CAPA processes. And ICS Q10, that is pharmaceutical quality system, outlines the key elements of a pharmaceutical quality system including CAPA and emphasize the importance of continual improvement, right? So next is ISO, that is International Organization for Standardization, that is ISO 13485 for the medical devices, and ISO 9001 for the quality management system. So from the ISO, these two guidelines talks about the CAPA processes. Next one is PICS, that is Pharmaceutical Inspection Cooperation Scheme. So PICS guidelines provide guidance on the pharmaceutical GMP requirements and may include specific guidance on CAPA processes. So these are the few guidelines which talks about the CAPA processes. So you can say the different guidelines that talks about the CAPA, those are the same CAPA approach. So organization must have the CAPA quality management system so that they can improve their processes and make it robust, right? So now in this slide we will discuss about the handling of CAPA, that is details of CAPA workflow, and in the next slide we will discuss about the details of practical approach to write a CAPA. So many organizations nowadays are using the automated system for CAPA life cycle, such as TrackWise and QMS system, right? And still small organizations are using the manual procedure. So in the first step, you need to initiate the CAPA against some event. So this CAPA will review by the user department head, and user department head will provide the comment, right? And after that, initiated CAPA will be reviewed by the QA department, and QA department will evaluate the CAPA against the non-conformities occurred, right? And after that, this CAPA will be further moved to the other department which may impacted with this CAPA, if that department may impacted due to the initiation of this CAPA, right? So after the CAPA comments from the other department, CAPA will again go to the QA department, and then QA head evaluate the CAPA and give their decision to implementation of that CAPA, right? So after the QA decision, further action plan can be proposed based on the CAPA, right? And after proposal of action plan shall be allocated to the respective user department, and further based on the action plan, user department can execute and implement the proposed action plan, that is they will complete the proposed action plan, right? And after the completion of action plan closure shall be initiated. Okay, and then after CAPA, effectiveness monitoring shall be open to monitor the effectiveness of implemented CAPA. And then CAPA closure can be initiated by the user department, and finally CAPA shall be reviewed and closed by the QA department. So this is the workflow of the CAPA, that is from initiation of CAPA to the closure of CAPA, right? So now in this slide we will discuss about the practical approach to write a CAPA. So every organization must have some format to initiate the CAPA, either electronically or manually, right? So first we need to assign the CAPA number based on the internal procedure, right? Next, date of initiation of CAPA. So here you need to mention the date of initiation. Next, we need to provide the date of CAPA closure, that is when you are going to close that CAPA, so that date should be mentioned. Next, we need to provide the details related to the CAPA origin, that is for which quality or non-quality event you are raising the CAPA, like deviation, incident, OS, etc. And you need to also mention about the document number of event, right? Next is event description. So here you need to define about the event observed, that is details of what non-conformity was observed. For example, incorrect labeling was observed, right? So along with this, details of products such as batch number or AR number, stage of the product like in process stage or finished product stage, and details of product market, that is for which market product was manufactured. So such kind of details we need to define, right? Next is investigation and root cause finding details. So here what was the root cause identified based on the detailed investigation, you need to define here, right? For example, for incorrect labeling, root cause is identified as some breakdown in the labeling verification process, right? Next is description of CAPA. So for example, as we discussed in the previous slides, for corrective action and preventive action, I am taking that as an example. So the corrective action was retraining of staff, additional quality checks, procedure update, right? And the preventive action was to implementing the barcode scanning technology and conducting regular audits and establishing a robust verification processes, right? So next is file attachment. So the CAPA available like any procedure checklist or some reports, so we need to attach it along with this CAPA report, right? So any kind of attachment which supports the your initiating CAPA, you need to attach. So further, user department head will review and comment for the CAPA acceptance, right? Again, the user department head will assign the corrective action plans such as retraining of his staff, second additional quality checks, procedure update. So such things user department will assign. Also, user department head will assign the preventive action plans such as barcode scanning technology implementation and conducting regular audits and establishing a robust verification processes, right? Now the user department head evaluate if any other action plan, so then he can assign the other action plan also, right? So now the CAPA shall be evaluated by the QA department and comment will be done for the acceptance or modification of CAPA, right? And finally QA decision shall be done to accept or modify or reject the CAPA. And after this, related user department will complete the action plan and provide the details of change control for the implementation, right? So in the pharmaceutical industry, if any change are required, that should be complete through the change control processes. So I will make another video on change control process to understand it, right? So next is CAPA effectiveness monitoring. So after implementing of CAPA, its effectiveness shall be monitored, right? that is periodic evaluation should be performed to check that the action plan taken against that are effective or not, right? So here you need to provide the details of effectiveness monitoring, that is for how long you are going to check the effectiveness of that CAPA based on the criticality and frequency of event observed, right? And then finally the CAPA closure can be done and provide the comments, that is all action plan related to CAPA has been completed and CAPA can be closed now. So in this way you can initiate and implement a CAPA, right? So friends, this is all about the corrective action and preventive action. So I hope you can understand now about the CAPA processes, right? So thank you so much for watching.